Hi there. I'm Tanya Pazitny, one of the quality engineering managers here at GitLab. I am leading today's quality group conversation in Mike's absence since he's out today. So welcome. We don't have any questions so far, so I will wait awkwardly, see if anybody has any. Please feel free to just shout it out and we can record the notes later. Francis, I think you might have had one. Oh, Christy, please.
Sure, I'll ask one. Slide 3, the OKR to improve efficiency and productivity with seed and demo data is one that I'm really excited about. I would love to hear you talk more about what that means and kind of where y'all are in the process.
Yeah, great. So this is a really exciting one. Somebody on my team named Grant Young is working on this. So we're working on making it one touch to add a button to pull in a template that a project that exists elsewhere, and it will copy it to wherever environment you're in. This is great for sales if they need to have a specific demo they want to show a customer. This is great for testing. So if we wanted to have projects that have secure features already enabled, we can just pull those into whatever environment we need. This work right now is about 70% done. It's in review. So I would expect that this should be merged probably by next week. Grant's unfortunately out this week. And there are only a couple of initial projects we have set up for that. I would expect those templates would be expanded over time. But I think we'll be going live with about 2 to 3 projects.
That's super exciting. Can you be more specific about what those projects are? So what kind of configurations they'll enable?
Yeah, the initial ones, I'm not exactly sure. I would have to get back to you on what those are. But I do know that we have on our roadmap to add, like I mentioned, a security one, so we can test our secure features. I'm not sure exactly what the 2 to 3 that we're going live with are, but I can follow up on that.
That'd be awesome. I've been waiting excitedly to see.
Yeah.
So cool. Thank you.
Thank you for the question.
Tanya, my question had just been trying to understand your metric slide 4, because it looks like the first bullet is trending in the right direction and the other 4 are trending in the wrong direction, but I wasn't entirely clear about that. You have more slides about it later, so I deleted my question because I realized that there was more I hadn't read. But am I right that 4 of the 5 metrics are trending kind of in the wrong direction?
Yes, and I would say that this is us trying to be transparent about both the good and the bad that we're seeing right now. Maybe highlights is the wrong word there, and just call outs is maybe better. Kyle, you probably have more information on the specific metrics if you want to.
Yeah. Like Tanya said, I think here we're erring on the side of transparency and low level of shame. The metrics in general have moved in the wrong direction. So engineering productivity team has prioritized a few other work streams over time that we'd normally set aside for short-term KPI improvements. So we're looking at foundational work for engineering metrics. So I think that's on slide 5, the next slide. We spent a lot of work building out filterable dashboards and adding in new KPIs, and then measuring and looking at how we can improve our community contribution workflow to help differentiate us from our competitors. Gives our customers, our users, a unique way to contribute back and trying to make that process a little bit more efficient.
That's great. Thank you.
Thanks for asking, Francis. Any other questions? There's nothing in the doc.
I do have a question. I can type it up. I just didn't get a chance to type it up yet.
Yeah, please.
Sorry for my ignorance. It might be opening available. So with the enterprise customers, we get on the call, we tell them we're rolling out fixes, changes to GitLab.com, not just on the day of 22nd. So they always want to know where is the next batch of issues get rolled out. I don't know if it's related to this group. I've been looking for that list, like up to the minute, and also reach out to the PM. because we're tracking some specific issues for banks or for enterprise customers that has some specific needs. So is there a place to get up-to-date status, which issues have been tested, ready to go, and when will be released?
Yeah, so I guess this is different than just saying that it was merged, because you want to know
Mhm.
when it's actually live on .com, right? I'm not
Yes.
actually sure about that, if there's a place where you can see that. Does anybody else know on the call? Where's the best place to see what's actually been deployed?
There is a process on the delivery team's handbook page that I'm trying to find. The delivery team handles the GitLab.com deployments and I think the overall release process. And they have, I will track it down, add it to the doc, and share it with you in the quality channel once I find it outside of the meeting.
Yeah, it's good to know it passed the quality for sure. That's what we want to know. The next step is to know when likely it will be released. So we
And
can,
when you say release, there, are you talking about to GitLab.com or
yeah, GitLab.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me track down the information on the delivery team handbook page, and we can have a follow-up discussion on Slack if need be.
Kyle, could this also be related to the package and QA running for merge requests that get merged?
Yeah, so what Dan's talking about there is we have a scheduled pipeline on the GitLab project that runs the full end-to-end test suite that does not always run with every single change. So we rely on that to provide that feedback that our end-to-end tests are passing. And then we have a on-call responsibility for the quality team where we look at any failures and diagnose those so that we can help escalate a failure that might not block the deployment process so that it does. I'm looking to improve that process, but I think that's a general overview. Any of the other QEMs have any detail to add there that maybe I'm overlooking? Or Dan, if you know as well.
I believe we also run full runs against production as well. Just on a regular basis. Yeah.
Yes. Yep. Just on a scheduled basis, I believe. I think every few hours.
If you have a specific issue, I don't know if this is relevant, but our workflow actually includes when it gets deployed to production. So if you know the MR that's associated with a given fix, you can also monitor for that label to change, and that generally means that it's in production. And whether the feature flag to enable that feature is available or not, that's a separate would be a separate exercise.
Yeah, we were tracking some very specific ones because the customer also comment on it, and then sometimes we find out it get pushed off, and then try to reach out to the customer to update them because they've been waiting for a few releases. So it's good to track, and also the feature flag, turn it on and off. That's helpful to know as well. It would be great if it's just one place to go and find out all the status, but I think it might take a while to get there.
Yeah, I'd encourage you to give that feedback to Marin. He's always up for improving the process so that people are informed about what's going on from that perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Sherry. Any other questions? Okay, then I'll give everybody a little bit of time back. Thank you so much for joining. Appreciate everybody's questions and help answering the questions as well. Bye, everybody.